Welcome. Now that you're here, the stories can begin. They are, some might say, the kind of stories that people usually call fairy tales. But I find that description sometimes puts people off because they think it means that they're meant only for children, so they'll be too grown up for them. What a lot of people don't realise, though, and perhaps you're one of them, is that in the old days, many of the stories we think of as fairy tales weren't meant only for children, but for anyone, young or old, who wanted to read them. These stories, like those, were written to be enjoyed. And so I hope you do enjoy them, however grown up you've decided to be. If you're a grown up, reading my stories to a child, then thank you, because that's kind of you. But if you're a child and a grown-up is reading them to you, or if, for all I know, the grown-up is listening while you read to him or her, because I used to do that sometimes when I was a child, so maybe you do, then try and remember that grown-ups can't always tell the difference between things that are real and things that aren't. It isn't their fault, but there we are. And if you think anything in the stories might make them feel nervous, then make sure to tell them before you start that you don't mind if they want to hold your hand, or maybe leave a bedside light on when they go to sleep tonight. Of course, perhaps you're reading just to yourself, and sometimes that's the best way of all to enjoy a story. These aren't stories of once upon a time, but stories of now, in your time and mine. Last week, or this month, or next year, of things that happened, or are happening, or will happen, in the house next door to yours, or next door to someone you know, or next door to someone you'll miss walking past you the next time you bend down to pick up a penny in the street. And perhaps even now, as I'm telling you this, there are boys and girls rather like you, or rather like you were once, who had no idea when they woke up today that there are stories out there waiting for them to walk into them. And it's time for you to meet some of them.